It's a beautiful day out. The windows are open. It's been a month since I've posted. I've been super busy with the audiobook, and then, of course, came Black Scorpion. I love this show. It's so ridiculous. I watched the first episode last night, and if it wasn't like 3 a.m. in the morning, I would have kept watching it. Um, wow. Anybody that watches my channel knows that I have an affinity for camp. I love campy shows. I love campy movies. I love so bad it's good stuff. The world is just so serious nowadays. It's just refreshing to see something that is unapologetically just over the top. So Black Scorpion is about this detective that is also secretly a superhero called the Black Scorpion, and she doesn't have any superpowers per se, but she wears this black suit, black mask, and she knows karate, she has gadgets, she has an awesome car that can like transform from like a Ferrari back to the Scorpion mobile or whatever the hell it's called. It's cool. It's awesome. I love it. It came out in the early 2000s. It was a sci-fi show, very much in the same vein as like Nightman. The lead character is played by Michelle Lintel, and I think she's great in the part. Like, I think she's believable as an action heroine, and she's a strong lead character, and I think that she does good with the camp too. Like, she has some real cheesy lines. Like the villain in the first episode is named Firearm, and he's like a ex special forces guy that was injured, and now he has this gun on his arm, and he's like a cyborg that looks like a Borg from the first episode that they appeared in, and he has terrible like gun puns. Like, if you liked Mr. Freeze's ice puns in Batman and Robin, this guy has like all sorts of gun puns, and I loved every second of it. It was ridiculous because he's like after the mayor, and I don't necessarily understand why, other than that he disagrees with the mayor's position on guns, and then he decides that it's not the mayor's fault, it's the people that voted him in. So he like goes after everybody in the city, like he's gonna nuke the entire city. It's absolutely insane. And then the first fight scene between Black Scorpion and Firearm, he says something along the lines of, "I'm not after you, Black Scorpion," and she's like, "Good, I don't like to play hide and seek," and he's like, "Well, I prefer seek and destroy," and she's like, "Tag, you're it," and then fucking kicks him, pardon my language. And there's a great fight scene that takes place during the daytime, and it's incredible. It's similar to like fight scenes that you would see in early seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or if you've seen the Birds of Prey TV series that was on the WB in the early 2000s. This is very similar to that. I would say the Birds of Prey is slightly more serious and less campy, but there are aspects of Black Scorpion that reminded me of that, and not necessarily in like a terrible way. And I like Birds of Prey. I like the show more than I like the movie, but Black Scorpion is just wow. They don't make shows like this anymore, at least not that I'm aware of. They don't make like cheesy shows anymore, and there's been like little talks about bringing the show back and perhaps having the producers of The Boys do it, but I'm afraid that if it would go so serious that it wouldn't capture the same magic that the original has. And I guess this is a spin-off of two other TV films that Roger Corman produced, and then it eventually became a TV series, so I'll have to seek out those two movies, because it seemed like there was some backstory that was perhaps explored in the films, because there's stuff that's talked about in the pilot that it's just like that you feel like you're missing out on something. And something else that is actually genuinely, there's two cool things in the pilot that I thought were like legitimately good, not like where I just laughed at it and enjoyed for how silly it was, like for most of the episode. Like, she has her mechanic, like the guy that works on her bracelet or whatever that transforms her into her black scorpion suit, or that transforms her car from like the normal version to the scorpion mobile, is like an ex-felon that she helped to rehabilitate. And I think that's cool that there is that relationship, that this guy has essentially been given a second chance to do something good with his life and to help out a not only a cop but also a superhero. Like I love that aspect of their dynamic. I think that has potential to be really interesting if they go further into that within later episodes of the show. And then I won't spoil it. There is a twist I didn't see coming with Firearm near the end that tied everything together, and I was like, wow, that's actually really well done. I didn't expect that. But overall, I'm excited to watch the rest of the show. The pilot episode is a lot of fun. It's super cheesy. But again, if you're a fan of like Nightman or Manimal, and like I said earlier, if you're a fan of the early Birds of Prey TV show, you're going to love this. And if you've got, I think it's on Amazon Prime. I watched it on Tubi. But if you have like a Roku Fire Stick or whatever, you can get the Tubi app for free and watch the show for free. Or if you've got Amazon, you should be able to watch it for free on that. So Black Scorpion. Have you seen the Sci Fi Channel show? Comment below. Let me know. What's your favorite Guilty Pleasure show? Thanks, for watching. Bye.